SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flow and Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flow. Get a plan, 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG, our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
SVG, doing more together.
In the headlines, 100 support march and vigil for slain Cuban Vincentian registered nurse. Guyana coalition government comes out swinging against a report on the country's oil agreement with ExxonMobil. Widespread anger in China after coronavirus whistleblower dies of the disease. And in sports, West Indies under-19 ends ICC World Cup in 5th position. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flow and Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flow. Get a plan, 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG, our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
SVG, doing more together.
Good evening and welcome to SVG-TV's News and Sports for Friday, February the 7th, 2020. I am Bhavin there with the details. A large crowd turned out last evening for a march and candlelight vigil held for slain Cuban Vincentian registered nurse Ariana Taylor Israel. As we hear in this report, a number of tributes were paid to the beloved nurse and calls for justice reverberated. Larissa Pugsley Kidd tells us more.
Chants for justice echoed in the air by persons in the march, which started at the St. Martin's Secondary School, Kingstown, where the Cuban-born nurse Taylor, as she was affectionately known, was gunned down allegedly by her Vincentian husband, Mitch Israel. With candles in hand, nurses, other medical practitioners, and persons from all walks of life came together to show solidarity for Nurse Taylor's family, including the 2 sons she left behind here in SVG. The event was also held to condemn acts of violence against women in the society, which have been on the increase in recent times. The march ended at the car park opposite the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, where a rally was held. Members of the Cuban Medical Brigade were on hand, and their emotions were raw as they mourned the death of their colleague.
Father, creator of life.
A representative from the Cuban Medical Brigade paid tribute to Nurse Taylor with a poem, No llores si me amas, which means don't cry if you love me.
¿Lo ves? Todo está bien. Volverás a encontrar mi corazón. Volverás a encontrar su ternura centrada. Enjuaga tus lágrimas. Y no llores si me amas. Con todo mi corazón y con toda la alegría.
Psychologist Dr. Giselle Miller said Nurse Taylor maintained her professionalism despite her personal battles. She also asked that justice prevail and said while many are saddened, they should not allow hate to overcome them.
How do we move on from this tragedy? How do we pick up the pieces and continue in a wholesome way? I will hasten to posit, let us not allow hate to win. Love conquers all. Love will continue to win even in death, because God is love, and our faith tells us that He reigns supreme.
Government Senator Deborah Charles also addressed the gathering and encouraged women and girls who are being abused to seek the necessary help.
When a man picks up a gun and kills his wife, it is saying that abuse has been happening all along. It didn't start on Thursday last. How does the face of an abused woman look? It looked like Taylor's, a beautiful smile. Most of us walk around in hurt. We are hurting, but we can't find, or we don't think we can find someone in whom we can confide. I'm saying to us women, I'm saying to us girls, do not allow your situation to overwhelm you. Do not sit and think that there's no one who cares. There are persons out there who care.
Senator Charles said Nurse Taylor's death should not be in vain. Similar sentiments were echoed by Minister of Health Luke Brown, who said Nurse Taylor was an outstanding medical professional who will be missed.
What this has done is essentially deprive the hospital of an excellent nurse. What it has done is deprive 2 young boys of an outstanding mother who worked hard for them and who did her best for them. And this is a cost to society. Let us work together to make sure, as has been said, that she did not die in vain, and that we celebrate her memory, we celebrate her life, and we ensure that we push and we press so that justice will prevail in these circumstances.
Reports are that on the afternoon of January 20th, 2020, Nurse Taylor went to meet her son, a student at the St. Martin's Secondary School, when she was accosted and shot by someone she knows well, the person alleged to be her husband. Taylor Israel was rushed to the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital, where she works, and succumbed to the gunshot wounds. Last Monday, her husband of 15 years, Mitch Israel, appeared before Serious Offences Court, charged for murder. He is expected to make his next court appearance on May 18, 2020. For SVG-TV News, Larissa Pogsley-Kidd.
There is no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for the Citizenship by Investment program, and the government continues to stand firm on its position against having such a program here in SVG. That's the position shared by Prime Minister Dr. Rob Gonsalves in his contribution to the debate on the 2020 budget in Parliament this week.
I've discussed the matter in great detail in this book which just came out in May, which I wrote, The Political Economy of the Labor Movement in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All of it is there. But their answer is selling passports. They think that at the end of the metaphoric selling of passport rainbow that there's a pot of gold. That's false. For them to think that they can do due diligence on a scale that is required, that's also false. They also say falsely that we grant citizenship through the back door. Complete falsehood. The law is clear. You can only get citizenship in this country by descent, by birth, descent, naturalization, marriage, and the only way you can be fast-tracked as a businessman or a cultural artist or somebody in the social sphere is if you're here for a minimum of 5 years and you make a significant contribution to the country. And all kind of spurious arguments.
The Prime Minister said the actions of the OECD and the EU are a clear indication of their opinions on the CIP program.
True now, because since they are no more, they say it's now personal. Ralph is the only man who has stood up and defeated them. They want my scalp, and they want St. Vincent passport, and they want the money, and all the vagabonds. But not under our watch. Not under our watch. And the OECD and the European Union, they are on the warpath. And I will tell you this, they are going to affect our correspondent banking relations. And when the correspondent banking relations get problems, and when you're not satisfying the common reporting standards, because you can't with these passports, the people who get them, they're going to close down Western Union and stop you from getting your money that way from your people from overseas. You hear what I'm telling you? And that's not scaremongering, because all that is written down as to what they will do. Mr. Speaker, I have a constituency.
PM Gonzalez said his administration has received good reports from international agencies who measure the indicators of good governance and criticized the opposition for their take on the budget, which he said is a fiscally responsible framework document.
Mr. Speaker, all the indicators with good governance, all the international agencies with democracy, good governance, economic and political freedom, press freedom, independent judiciary, the Report on Transparency International, financial administration, procurement, audit. We are transparent, we are accountable, we are responsive, and we are responsible. The Minister of Finance has put in as an appendix a document which has been gazetted called the Fiscal Responsible Framework. I haven't heard any debate on it. A fundamental document of that kind, they are silent. The contingency fund which we set up, all the tax relief we give in, the reduced taxation, the debt relief which we have obtained, all of these things. And in the major public enterprises, they're being run properly, efficiently, and they submit their accounts on.
Opposition Member of Parliament for Central Kingstown, Major Sinclair Leacock, describes the 2020 budget presented by the Finance Minister as selling the people in SVG a pig in a bag. In his contribution to the debate on the 2020 budget, Leacock said that the budget is not properly financed with unfounded optimism.
In business management, we say we need to triangulate. We need to measure one set of variables against the others to see if there's consistency. We need also, Mr. Speaker, to conceptualize the budget against the framework of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank's perspectives on economic growth in the country, in the currency union. Now you will ask why I say that. St. Vincent is sovereign, true, but St. Vincent is not an island unto itself. We are a member of the currency union, and we have a single monetary policy, and therefore we must work and function at all times in concert with our currency union and our central bank. And I know, as the governor of the bank himself, the Minister of Finance is well seized with this. In fact, we both had opportunities last year at the growth conferences in KITS to go over and attend some of these issues. But I want to repeat that all OECS ministers of finance ought to be trying to align the budgetary proposals with the guidance, advice, and goals established by our own central bank.
Leacock said despite the doom and gloom picture painted by the government about the Citizenship by Investment program, the opposition New Democratic Party will continue to stress its importance for SVG.
Let us go back to the financial summary to begin to make sense and to see where we are, because this is fundamental. This is where the tire hits the road. This is where we begin to come face to face with the truth and with our realities. The Honourable Minister of Finance, on the advice of his technocrats, presents us with a tax revenue of $680 million. And he says with that $680 million, he's going to procure $875 million worth of goods and services. Now, immediately I stand back, because I know of no person who can go into Graves, Bundy's, Lanes, any business places in town with $680 worth of money in their pocket and walk out with $850 worth of goods. So I want to know where the Houdini comes from, what magic he weaves, what am I missing? So if in fact my concern is reasonable, Mr. Speaker, let us drill down a little bit on that.
The Central Kingstown MP said the government needs to come clean with the people of SVG on how they can meet the recurrent expenditures in the budget.
So we have on record now a government that spends monies, namely the overdraft, without the authorization of the Parliament, converts portions of it into loans without the authorization of the Parliament, spends special warrants without the authority of the Parliament. And Mr. Speaker, you know what? When you go through this exercise, as has happened with the Patrick refunds, there are other sources of activities in which they have no authority at all from the Parliament to spend this fund. In fact, the auditor, the Director of Audit, identifies this in the audit report, that there are monies received by this government which does not have the authority of the Parliament of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So how do we achieve those backdoor kind of deals, Mr. Speaker? What explains that?
Minister of Education Sinclair Prince said the government will be making the necessary investment to provide for everyone in the state requiring special education. Given his presentation in Parliament, Minister Prince said all children must have the opportunity to excel and highlighted a World Bank project designed to boost the capacity of teachers to deliver specialized education, as well as the needed facilities in the country.
In our quest to ensure that each learner is able to reach his or her full potential, the Ministry is making a concerted effort to cater for the diverse needs of our children by providing opportunities for our vulnerable students to develop and excel. The special needs education will receive support for the training of teachers and the provision of equipment and other resources under the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Human Development Service Delivery Project. This is a World Bank project, and we're getting money to do work in the special education services here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We intend to establish 3 special education needs education support centers at Chomaka, Orwea, and Union Island. Locations were identified as most suitable because of their centrality to remote areas. We have said over and over, Mr. Speaker, neither geography nor social circumstances or economic circumstances would prevent us from taking education to the people.
Minister Prince highlighted some of the features of these facilities.
Each facility will be established in a school with available space so that students will not be isolated from their peers. And there are a number of areas where we're going to put some emphasis on. The centers will be equipped with specific learning materials to enhance, and equipment to enhance instruction. It will be designed to provide ongoing support to students. Hence, students may attend on specific days or for specific periods during the day.
Integration of special education with regular education is something which education stakeholders worldwide have been lobbying for, to allow students with special needs to have the same opportunities as their colleagues. Minister Prince told Parliament the Fair Hall Government School was used as a pilot for such integration and it has yielded some success.
I'd just like to mention the Fair Hall Government School. We've spoken about that school before, that we are making it into more or less a place of excellence with respect to special education. We have some 13 students from the preschool to grade 6 with a range of disabilities enrolled and receiving instruction in the regular classroom. These include students who have visual impairment, speech impairment, autism, Down syndrome, and attention deficit disorder. That's to name a few. We have set the school up as a pilot, and it is working. And that is why we are trying now to branch off into other areas of the country to make sure that there is access to the facilities by these students. I applaud the principal and staff of the school for the effort they are making to ensure that all learners at that institution succeed. And at the same time, Mr. Speaker, we're trying to train them even more to ensure that they can deliver the service to these special students.
Meanwhile, Opposition Senator Israel Bruce said what is presented in the 2020 budget is a case of too little, too late. Making his presentation to the budget debate, Senator Bruce said growing up in a community development division played a major role in the social development of communities island-wide. However, it is seemed not to be of interest to the current administration as reflected in the 2020 budget.
Played a critical role in presenting cultural activities in various communities across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In fact, for those of us who followed them, they used to call them cultural wakes. And you had community groups as they existed then, would share in the responsibility to plan and execute the activities. Mr. Speaker, those activities helped to bind communities together, build bridges. And when I say build bridges, I'm talking about the social aspects of the community.
Bruce said the community department or division also played a role in crime fighting and suggests the government gave consideration to the re-establishment of such an entity.
One of the things that was addressed in this parliament had to do with the commission of criminal activities across the country. And I respectfully suggest, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that the existence of a functioning community development department or division was critical as a crime-fighting tool. I remember people like Agatha Robinson. I remember people like Becky Peters, senior citizens in the Lauders area. They will come to these functions, they will dance and they'll tell their stories and so forth and so on. And the young people would do their contemporary dances, of course. And what we were doing is that we were bridging the gap between the old and the young and the middle age.
SVG welcomes Viking Explorers. This and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay with us.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money, yeah? From Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money, plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5
a plan or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.
Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products and furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
A funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones. And that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. We are proud of the quality and class we have brought to the industry. We are proud for having trained the very first certified embalmers in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are proud of leading the way in terms of live streaming of funerals online so that your family members overseas could also be part of the celebration of life. We are constantly improving our services. We are driven by customer satisfaction, and we are proud of all that we do.
New Haven Funeral Home.
Kidney disease is a growing concern around the world and here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Chronic kidney disease is a life-threatening condition which occurs when a person's kidneys are no longer able to clean the toxins and waste products from the blood or perform other kidney functions normally. When this happens, a person needs dialysis. Dialysis is where a machine takes over the function of the kidney and safely removes the poisonous waste from the blood. Since 2012, Health Solutions Inc. has operated a full-service hemodialysis facility in SVG that offers state-of-the-art equipment, courteous, well-trained staff, and a comfortable treatment environment.
We're encouraging for early detection. Anyone who is either diabetic or hypertensive and has any questions or concerns, please contact us at 784-451-2836 or visit us at www.healthsolutionsSVG.org.
Stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. The first batch of sailors from Viking Explorers has arrived in SVG's waters and will be exploring the island for a few weeks. An official welcoming ceremony was held today at the Blue Lagoon Hotel for the sailors who are mainly from Europe. Larissa Pugsy Kid tells us more in this report.
17 boats are currently docked at the Blue Lagoon Marina with more than 25 persons who sailed across the Atlantic from Las Palmas on the third Viking Explorers rally. Managing Director of the Viking Explorer Oliver Salas Heinrich said his team is excited to be in SVG at this time as some have visited before and are pleased with what SVG has to offer.
That Viking Explorers has grown together with St. Vincent. We have started this with St. Vincent, with the island of St. Vincent, with the support of the people of St. Vincent as well. And this is a big difference that we want to grow together with the island.
He said that they are already booked for the next 2 years, which will see an increase in the number of boats and passengers visiting various destinations.
Next year we are already full. with 20 boats. So we're opening the official sign-up now. Once this is finished, we already have 20 boats. We already have 5 boats for 2022. But what we like is that it is a family. We call ourselves the Friendly Rally. We will never have more than 25 boats because then you lose a sense of family.
At today's welcoming ceremony, prizes were given out for the biggest boat, smallest boat, Spirit of Viking Explorers, the youngest captain and oldest captain. The youngest captain is David Westervik of Norway, who said he is happy to be in SVG.
We've been around and like taking those little buses, and the people seem so nice. Like I really looking forward to like spend more time with the people. They just seem really friendly and happy people.
The oldest captain, Mats Jonasson of Sweden, who has been sailing for almost 40 years, said his voyage to SVG was one of the best.
We're here, so we have a little weather, slowly, but the 3 days we come here, we have a strong wind, so we're sailing fast. But we have that very nice. My wife and me, we have 2 persons on board.
Minister of Tourism Cecil Mackey applauded the Viking Explorers for making SVG a destination, which he said augurs well for the tourism sector.
We hosted for the 2nd year consecutively Plus, and then we are now hosting Viking Explorers, and for the 2nd year as well. We've moved from 7 yachts last year to 18 yachts this year, and from 24 passengers crew last year to 60 passengers and crew this year. So you see the jump there.
The Blue Lagoon Hotel and Captain Bligh are sponsors of the Viking Explorers. Last year, the Ministry of Tourism reported an increase of yachts and anticipate a further increase this year. For SVG-TV News, Larissa Pogsley-Kidd.
The final validation workshop, which supports the development of a national export strategy for SVG, will take place at the Grenadine House this week. The workshop will commence today and culminate on Thursday. The first 3 days of the workshop is expected to focus on specific sectors such as agriculture, fisheries, cannabis, travel and tourism, and the craft and content industry. The workshop will culminate on Day 4 with representatives of the project steering committee and from all priority sectors focusing on the way forward. The sessions will be conducted by trade development experts Andrea and Michael Sipasad of consultancy firm Primisa. The consultancy to develop a national export strategy was launched in July 2019 with the support of TradeCom 2, ACP Trade Capacity Building Program. The main objective of the national export strategy is to revitalize the country's performance through its smooth and gradual integration into the regional and global economy. Guyana coalition government comes out swinging against a report on the country's oil agreement with ExxonMobil. This from the regional scene. When we return, stay with us.
That was a local news segment.
The Everready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Everready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Everready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Everready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
The Vallejo Experience. We cater for all of your psychological needs. We promote holistic wellness, balancing the mind, body, and spirit. I am Dr. Giselle Miller, CEO and founder of the Vallejo Experience. Contact us today. We are willing and ready to serve you.
Welcome to Finishing and Furnishing, where a warm and friendly staff awaits you. At Finishing and Furnishing, you feel like you're in a home away from home. You will find a wide range of bedroom, living room, and appliances displayed in a stunning setting. When dealing with furniture, you need to take into consideration the colors of your room. That's why at our Penta Studio, we supply the best in interior and exterior paints. Have wooden furniture? Well, we also have stains, sealers, lacquers to get that matte or gloss finish of your desire. So give us a call at 457-2206 and come on down to Finishing and Furnishing today and start building the home of your dreams. Your home is a long-term investment, including most of its features. So when purchasing windows, ensure to acquire a superior product like Kendra's double-sliding heavy-duty window, optional burglar bars, protective insect screens, rubber-sealed thick glass, stainless steel tracking system and rollers, secure and durable locking system on both panels. Inferior products on the market fail to secure your home effectively. So be on alert for inferior imitation. Key things to avoid are problematic latching locks, a poor tracking system, making daily operation of your windows difficult and sometimes impossible, poorly built insect screens, glued on copycat designs, thin and easy to break glass. Always choose the affordable brand from Kendra's aluminum windows and products, built on a tradition of excellence.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
A regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In our news from the region, we hear that the government of Guyana has broken its silence on the highly controversial report on Guyana's oil agreement with ExxonMobil. In a statement, the David Granger-led administration pointed out that the report by Global Witness Organization failed to identify any form of corruption in the government's handling of the oil contract. The coalition government said it believes the report was released at a time to influence the upcoming elections. We hear more in this report.
This report described the oil deal signed in 2016 as an exceptionally bad deal for Guyana, naming the Natural Resources Minister for not doing a good job with the negotiations. But according to the government of Guyana's statement, Global Witness made a malicious attempt to discredit officials of the government, and there is no establishment of corruption and or malpractice. The government pointed to the report admitting that there was no deliberate negotiation of a bad deal, and there was no deliberate ignoring of information. The APNU-AFC government described the report as sensationalist, agenda-driven, and extraordinarily speculative. The government said it views the report as a cunning and calculated attack on a sovereign state with a duly elected government mere weeks before an election, and the timing cannot be seen as a coincidence, as it appears as though it is seeking to influence the electoral outcome. Several political parties have been using the report as a basis to discredit the government for its handling of the country's emerging oil sector. But the executive is maintaining that the agreement is a fair one, which is designed to benefit the people of Guyana. The contract between Guyana and ExxonMobil allows for Guyana to benefit from 50% of profit oil, 2% royalties, and already deposited $18 million signing bonus and direct employment of thousands of Guyanese. Oil and gas analytical firm Rystad Energy also supports the government's claim that Guyana stands to benefit from the current deal. In a report of its own, Rystad Energy noted that in the current fiscal regime, the government collects its share through a 2% royalty and a 50% profit oil levy. Rystad Energy estimates that this will give the government 60% of the profit from the various projects. And on Tuesday, the Forbes magazine, which is a leading financial publication, shredded the Global Witness report, saying that it was an ideologically motivated attack.
The Barbados economy has reportedly stabilized, but government says it tends to stick to a strict program to ensure there is full return to growth. Prime Minister Mia Mottley provided an update to members of the business community at the first luncheon for the year hosted by the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry yesterday. Mottley, however, made it clear that she was not in a position to rule out the possibility of additional increase in taxes and user fees for some services that the country continues under the International Monetary Fund, Barbados Economic Recovery Program.
Mottley said government would continue to focus on transforming the economy and improving efficiency.
I gave the country a commitment that our responsibility is not only to stabilize, but to transform. And we have to live in the real world. Part of the difficulty is that Barbados became accustomed to no one wanting to confront the issue of increasing a fee, even if it was by $2 or $1 or whatever it is. And we didn't increase fees in almost everything for 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years. Bus fares weren't increased for how long? Over 15, 20 years. So that I am not going to give any assurance to anyone that there will be no taxes or no increases. What I will say is that whatever increase there is will be justified on the basis of prudence, stability. We are sensitive to the fact that we want to increase disposable income in this country because governments don't trade, governments don't grow on their own. Individuals do, companies do. And if we tax them out of existence, nobody will grow.
Widespread anger in China after coronavirus whistleblower died of the disease. This from the international scene when we return. Stay with us.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Quality products, quality care, low prices, great customer service, all at QCare Pharmacy. QCare leads the way, providing all your pharmaceutical needs, a variety of personal care products, and so much more. Located on Halifax Street. Telephone number 451-2690. QCare Pharmacy, where the Q stands for quality.
Family store, we sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances, TVs, fridges, cookers. We make your life so easy. Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture, right here at Singer. Affordable beds and mattresses, right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store that gives you the best hire purchase deals. Right here at Singer. We'll outfit your home. Right here at Singer. The #1 family store. It's us with Singer.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you'll love Super 6 even more, because every time you spend $6 on Super 6, you get a chance to win 6 times your spend instantly. Wow! That's 6 times your spend of $6 on Super 6 for 6 weeks. Now there's more reason to love Super 6. More money, more money, more money!
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carrez Distribution Limited.
For over 60 years, we have sought only the best beans grown in the lush hills of the Andean mountains of Colombia. Cold Cafe. We carefully select only the very best beans and roast them to delicious perfection by our experienced roast masters. Cold Cafe. Cold Cafe treats you to one of the finest coffees in the world, available in classic and decaffeinated. A rich flavor and aroma that can only come from 100% Colombian coffee. Cold Cafe. Indulge yourself in our delicious cappuccinos available in classic mocha and French vanilla. Enjoy them hot to warm your soul or cool to cool you down. Either way, they are incredibly satisfying. So go ahead, enjoy Cold Cafe and treat yourself.
Let's go further afield now. The death of a young doctor who was reprimanded for warning about China's new virus triggered an outpouring Friday of praise for him and fury that the communist authorities put politics above public safety. As we hear in this report, the 34-year-old ophthalmologist died overnight at Wuhan Central Hospital, where he worked and likely contracted the virus while treating patients in the early days of the outbreak.
These are some of the last poignant images of Lee Wan Liang, a doctor who was punished for daring to tell the truth. Now he's died from the virus that he'd first warned colleagues about late last year. To many, he'll be remembered as a Chinese hero.
I deeply regret his death and feel sincerely sad for him. We need to see if the influence of his death can wake up anything, and I hope he did not die in vain.
He left us when we needed him to fight the virus, and he was a victim of the virus too. He was unfairly criticized because of his work, so we feel very sad and regretful.
He showed a responsible attitude towards society. He is honest and faithful, so I think the whole society should reflect on this.
On social media, the grief and outrage is more profound. Is it that hard for the government to admit it's wrong? A doctor had to die twice. That's a national humiliation, and the eyes of the people are clear. His death is the top trending topic on China's microblogging site Weibo. One of the most popular hashtags before being deleted was "We want freedom of speech." Lee had been in the front line of this crisis, falling sick from the virus while treating patients. His death was confirmed on the website of Wuhan Hospital on Friday morning. Lee died after all rescue efforts, said the statement. We express our deep condolence, as did an official from China's National Health Commission.
The National Health Commission extends our sincere condolences and respect to the family and wife of Dr. Lee Wan Liang. We know that for medical workers on the front line, they sacrificed their own family life to contribute to this battle against the virus. The society needs to care more about our medical workers.
In December, Lee had sought to share information about his concerns, only to be investigated by police who accused him of spreading rumours. Lee's passing highlights the huge risks taken by frontline doctors and nurses to treat patients, a situation made worse by overcrowded hospitals and an acute shortage of beds. The government appears to be listening. It's dispatched a team of anti-corruption investigators to Wuhan to, in its words, listen to the concerns of the public. And in China today, there's no shortage of people with opinions about the doctor and the way he was treated. The virus has spread across China, with cases also emerging in 24 countries. 2 cruise ships carrying thousands of holidaymakers have been placed under quarantine in Hong Kong and Japan, as doctors test all on board for infection. And another ship currently in the South China Sea has been refused entry by Japan, South Korea and the Philippines. In China, the growing public outrage will worry the leadership, as it threatens to create what they fear most: social unrest.
Well, that's the news. Sports is just ahead, but before that, let's take a look at the local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Carez Distribution Limited.
Let's go! Turn up the fun!
With Chocolisto and its great flavor, enriched with vitamins and minerals that help you grow.
Chocolisto makes you big and strong.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Let's now take a look at the local weather forecast. Conditions fair and breezy. Winds east-northeast at 26 kilometers per hour. Temperature 26.2 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 74%. Barometric pressure 1015.4 millibars. 24-hour rainfall 1.5 millimeters. Today's maximum temperature 28.6 degrees Celsius. Today's minimum temperature 21.4 degrees Celsius. Sunset today at 6:08 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:29 a.m. Forecast fair to partly cloudy and breezy with few showers. Synopsis: the Atlantic high pressure system is a dominant feature.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, build
Building with technology, helping wealth increase. Starting small, building the future, doing more every day, doing more together. BOSVG, the bank we count on. BOSVG, our one bank together we're strong. Our nation's bank, standing long and proud. One bank, one voice, sing it loud. BOSVG. Hey, building our future. Doing more together.
BOSVG, doing more together.
Welcome to the evening sports. The West Indies Under-19 Rising Stars ended their journey in the 2020 ICC Under-19 World Cup with a 5th place finish after their playoff fixture against Australia was abandoned due to rain. Earlier in the day, the Australians had powered their way to a commanding 319 for 8 with half-centuries from Liam Scott, LeChan Hearn and Cooper Connolly. The 99-run opening stand from Scott and Sam Fennig, as well as the 101-run stand from the 5th wicket between Hearn and Connolly, anchored the innings. Matthew Patrick with 3 wickets and the pick of the mercurial Windies bowling attack as they failed to halt the consistent flow of runs from the Australian batsmen. In pursuit, the West Indies were 62 for 1 off 12.3 overs. Two of the greatest of the greats, Brian Lara and Courtney Walsh, will be returning to the field for a worthy cause. The legends will put on their playing kits this weekend as Cricket Australia has confirmed the bushfire relief match, which will take place on Sunday. Adam Gilchrist will captain one of the two sides against Ricky Ponting, with all-time greats like Brian Lara, Wasim Akram still play, and Sachin Tendulkar still involved as a coach. In a boost to the fixture, Walsh, who was set to coach one of the two sides, will now play. In Walsh's place, Australian Test captain Tim Payne will coach the Gilchrist 11. The team will play a 10-over exhibition match. The Bushfire Cricket Bash will be part of the massive day of giving to the relief efforts and recognize the ongoing incredible work of volunteers, career firefighters and emergency services. Lara holds the record for the highest score in Test injury history, 400 not out against England in April 2004. He has the West Indies all-time Test record of 11,953 runs, with 34 centuries and 131 matches. Meanwhile, Walsh played 132 matches in his outstanding career and became the first bowler to take 500 Test wickets. He also holds the West Indies record in Test cricket with 519 wickets, including 22 5-wicket hauls. Avenues United and Hope International both recorded wins last evening in the SVG Football Federation Club Championship at Victoria Park. In the first game yesterday, Avenues United overcame System 3 2-1. Meanwhile, in the second encounter, Jubel FC went under to Hope International 3-4. Action in the National Clubs Championship will continue over the weekend at various venues across the country. The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Lassie Stores Pharmacy, Lassie Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Bowman's Pharmacy, why choose us? We have all the prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, personal care products, lowest price guaranteed. Located conveniently next to the Bank of SVG on Grenville Street. Opening hours Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Email us bowmanpharmacy@yahoo.com. Call us today at 456-2235 or 593-3918. Bowman's Pharmacy, easy to find and ready to serve you.
Why not stay in? turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. Russell Westbrook scored 41 points as the new-look Houston Rockets outstaged the Western Conference leading Los Angeles Lakers 121-111 in NBA action. While Rockets teammate Jim Harden struggled, Westbrook was red-hot in a stunning performance to take down rivals Lakers at Staples Center in Los Angeles on Thursday. Robert Covington made his debut for the Rockets, who traded away Clint Capella prior to the deadline in a bid to become smaller and faster on the court, and he impressed with 14 points, including 4 three-pointers. Double-doubles from LeBron James with 18 points and 15 assists, and Anthony Davis with 32 points, 13 rebounds, were not enough for the Lakers. Elsewhere, NBA leading Milwaukee Bucks defeated struggling Philadelphia 76ers 112-101. Giannis Antetokounmpo produced another dominant performance with 36 points and 20 rebounds, as the Bucks improved to 44 for 7 for the season. Antetokounmpo had 30-plus points and 15 more rebounds for the 5th consecutive game, and for the 14th time this season. Antetokounmpo also became just the 5th player in Bucks history to record 30-20 game, and for the first since 1996. Natalie Schiavo led England to a 4-wicket win over India in their 3rd match of the T20 Tri-Series. Schiavo's composed 50 from 38 balls rescued England after they slipped to 28 for 3, chasing 124 for victory at the Junction Oval in Melbourne. India had earlier posted an underwhelming 123 for 6 from their 20 overs, with pace bowlers Anya Scrubsall taking 3 for 31 and Catherine Brunt 2 for 23. Despite losing regular wickets, England secured victory with 7 balls left. England lost their opening match against India before beating Australia in the Super Over on Saturday. They face Australia again on Sunday before the final takes place on the 12th of February. And that's how we end sports this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
LA Unique Upholstery. Quality at a low cost. We build to suit your needs. Contact us at Redemption Shops 457-0182 or Stony Grounds 453-2089.
Beautiful white and black sand beaches, lush mountains and valleys, rivers, hidden waterfalls, and multiple islands and islets. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are a friendly people, welcoming tourists from all over the world with exotic boutique and luxury hotels and a hospitable business environment. Let's make all tourists welcome at our international airport, on cruises, on yachts, on sailboats, on land and sea tours, at beach limes, at our restaurants, shops and bars, and at our national festivals. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Tourism is everyone's business. Live it, love it, embrace it.
Tourism is everyone's business. Yeah, live it, love it, embrace it.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
And now for a second look at the headlines. Hundreds support march and vigil for slain Cuban Vincentian registered nurse. Guyana coalition government came out swinging against a report on the country's oil agreement with ExxonMobil. Widespread anger in China after coronavirus whistleblower died of the disease. And in sports, West Indies under-19 ends ICC World Cup in 5th position. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I am Bavin Olver. Don't forget to visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and daily headlines. Also tune in for SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. weekdays. Have a good evening.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They're paying General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6 even more. With more money to the jackpot galore.
Win more, have more fun.
With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my #1.
With the new and improved Super 6 team, the jackpot keeps growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
Okay, so check this. Flow is giving away $30,000 in cash. 2 bags of money plus $1,000 every Friday.
With Flow is better every day, and now we're making Fridays great. There's 3 ways that you can play. So listen up, top up, $5 or more. Right now, just switch to Flow. Get a plan, 1 gig or more. If you wanna win cash galore. With Flow, win a bag of money, cash out, get a bag of money. What you gonna do with a bag of money? Yeah, from Flow.
So top up, get a plan, or port now to win. Flow terms and conditions apply.